I'm trying to be funny myself. Now we have from the ringleader of all this, the person who put it together, the great Tara Young. Give it up for Tara Young.
Thank you, everybody. How you guys doing? I know you guys are all worried about the down economy happening right now. I'm reading a lot of career articles, and I read one about the perception that fat people are lazy. And I'm here to tell you that I am not lazy because I am fat. I am lazy because I'm an American. And tell you, it's what they say, these colors don't run. And they don't do any sort of aerobic exercise, sit-ups, or walk pretty much anywhere either. My comedian friends love me. Yeah, another thing, I just graduated from college and getting some clarity, and by clarity I mean I'm not high half the time anymore. But you know, the thing is, when you're in college, you pretty much have stoner friends. And one of my stoner friends the other day was like, "Oh my God, Tara, I went to the ATM and it's out of control. They have all these different languages. They have hieroglyphics there. Have you ever seen hieroglyphics before?" And I'm like, that's Braille, you asshole. Because, you know, they're blind. Another thing, I was a feminist studies major in college, which makes me very proud of my vagina, and I can say vagina on public television. Another thing is we had to read the vagina monologues, and they tell you that you should be proud of the way your vagina smells naturally. But here's a little inside tip. Nobody is proud of the way the vagina smells naturally. Like, you don't see Calvin Klein bottling Eau de Pussy with little I have never smelled so vaginalicious in my life. And guys, if you're a little jealous, Eau de Balsac coming out next fall. It's gonna be great. I too like to go to Walmart, but I like to go to Walmart to make me feel better about myself, you know, because sometimes I get a little down about my weight. Genetics, it's a bitch, right? So I go to Walmart, and I guarantee you I find somebody fatter than me in Walmart wearing spandex, which just makes me feel so much better. And if I'm lucky, I can find somebody balding with a mullet. And it's usually a woman, too. So you got that going. I was talking to my boyfriend the other day, and I was like, "Baby, how come we don't go out a lot and we don't really talk anymore?" And he's like, "Tara, the reason we don't go out a lot and the reason we don't talk anymore is because I'm imaginary and I don't actually exist." And I was like, "Oh my God, you're totally right. Embarrassing." Oh my gosh. Another thing, getting back to the vagina, it's my favorite topic. A lot of women are afraid of it, and I know a lot of people call it all sorts of different cute names, but you should watch that with your children. Because I had a friend who, growing up, they called it a cookie. But at the same time, she wasn't allowed to have sweets as a child. So imagine her surprise when she joined the Girl Scouts and she had to go sell cookies door to door. And she was like, "Oh my God, I'm not having this. I'm not earning that badge right now. It's not worth it." So my mom, I live with my mom, which just making this day even better right now. And she the other day, just very casually as I was walking in from the store, says, "Tara, I have some news to tell you." And I said, "What, Mom?" She tells me that when she dies, this is a Saturday afternoon, by the way, she tells me that when she dies, she wants to be buried naturally in one of those biodegradable coffins. Well, here's the news, everybody, that New Jersey does not have that option. So if you're planning on dying soon and that's what you want to do, get out of the state. Because you can't do it. And if she dies in New Jersey, they formaldehyde her. If you put formaldehyde in, you can't have the proper burial. You can't take a body across state lines unless you do the formaldehyde. So I said, "Mom, what do you want me to do about this? I don't know if this is going to work out." And she said, "Tara, what you need to do is put me in the front seat of your car and drive me across state lines." And I said, "Oh my God, in my time of grief, my mom wants me to reenact Weekend at Bernie's too." Okay. And you know what, on that note, actually I have one more story. So I'm talking about genetics, and you know, I have bat wings, which I like to just think makes me one step closer to being an actual X-Men, because that's going to be my power. Another thing is when you have disproportional fat, I have it on my back. And that's okay, because I decided I'm going to put 2 nipples back there and market myself as a 4-breasted stripper. And that's just all I need, because I need the extra dollars. But I did meet a stripper once on a bus, and her name was Bubbles, because her tits were as big as my entire upper body. And I said, Bubbles, how do you do what you do? And she's like, you just work with what your mama gave you. And I said, Jesus Christ, because that bitch gave me back fat. Okay, I think now that I've degraded myself enough, that is my time, and thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Can we bring the comics up now? And we're going to have to share mics. We're not the most high-tech place.